Ag Discovery 2024. Let's start off with who am I? Hi, my name is Anvi Joshi, and I'm a 15-year-old rising sophomore at Enloe High School in Raleigh, North Carolina. Scoeags! I was born in Bangalore, Karnataka, which is in India, but I moved to Cary, North Carolina when I was 3. This might upset some people, but I'm a Duke fan. Pre-camp. Now that I've introduced myself, let me talk about my camp experience. Ag Discovery is a 2-week outreach camp for high schoolers all about agriculture, veterinary medicine, and insects. I'll be honest, I found the camp through an extensive Google search. Before the camp, I was hoping to learn more about the use of biotechnology in agriculture, agroecology, and permaculture. I really wanted to gain a better respect for the transformative power of agriculture in shaping a better world. I also thought that the Ag Discovery program would be a way to grasp the important role that agriculture plays in solving problems, especially those related to food security and nutrition. Week 1, Yuma. Let's recap the first week of the 12 days. I like to call this week a week of jet lag since I was extremely jet lagged this entire week. Don't ask me any questions about Monday because I wasn't there, but if you ask me questions about my biology final, I can answer because that's where I was. My favorite activities were the Humane Society visit, suturing, the dissection of the pig, and the bug pinning and collecting. I enjoyed the Humane Society visit because, as I mentioned, I love animals, and I liked seeing the behind the scenes. The dissection of the pig was very interesting but weird since the smell of the iodine was very off-putting towards the beginning. But it was insightful into looking into our anatomy because pigs and us have a very similar anatomy. Although the bug pinning isn't related to biotechnology, I like the fun of doing all the fine details, and it's something I can do at home, and it also helped me learn how to identify insects quickly. But all of these activities were inside, so maybe the AC plays a big factor in my enjoyment. That's due to the fact that I can't handle the heat here. This week had very good opportunities to learn about different careers in agriculture, such as when we spoke with Dr. Discoff with the Dune Company. I never knew these jobs were options. I also like learning about the engineering design process with Dr. Pfeffer, and I learned a lot about the food processing industry at the Heath Williams transplant. Week 2, Tucson. Week 2 is a wild ride, from going to the zoo, spelunking, which means caving, doing a 4-H ropes course, talking to CBP, to kissing a goat. We did a little bit of everything. My favorite activities this week were all of the biotechnology activities, such as the Bio 5 lab and the food safety lab. I really enjoyed extracting DNA from the strawberries, and the gel electrophoresis was my overall favorite. Although, birding with the Tucson Audubon Society at the Sweetwater Wetlands was a close second, because I really liked the piece and I liked seeing birds. I liked the ropes course too because it fostered teamwork and then it also gave me a sense of leadership. The zoo, cave, planetarium, and ostrich ranch were fun little breaks from the actual learning, and it gave us just a time to relax. Watching the cattle cross from Mexico was very fascinating to see how they safely cross, especially after just visiting the Mariposa port of entry. Post-camp. This camp was very eye-opening into the different careers all across agriculture, such as being a PCA or working with aphids and testing herds for disease, all careers which I never knew existed. I came into this camp not wanting to do strictly medicine, but I'm leaving with an interest in biotechnology and agriculture. Recognitions. The things we did in this camp wouldn't have happened without the wonderful Ag Discovery coordinators, the lovely support staff, and the student interns. I also want to thank the USDA and the University of Arizona, as well as all the guest speakers who took times out of their day to come speak with us. I also want to thank the wonderful friends I made along the way. Thank you for listening to my presentation.